which is the one time, bro.
This guy.
Yeah, it's John's tonight. John's one time, bro. John, what do you got for us, buddy?
Yeah, so this one time I had just relocated back to North Salem to live with my mother. She was gracious enough to take me back in. And Ashley, we were dating at the time. She was still in the Catskills. I think she was finishing up school. So I start working. I had a job lined up back in graphic design. I'm working. And I'm living with my mother. Now, you know how we do, like, I was projecting these fights that would happen because I'm living back with my mother. I don't want to be here. So I had this brilliant idea to take the edge off. On my way home from work, I'd stop by the liquor store, take a couple nips, just to take the edge off. Little did I know later on that was actually causing the fights because I was getting home drunk.
What a concept.
So at this time, I had bought a motorcycle from a guy that had diabetes and couldn't hold the motorcycle up anymore. It was like $200. It was like this 1982 Honda Sabre. Thing was like a steel frame. It was 1200 cc. It was massive. My first bike, first ever. Massive.
Way to
thing.
learn.
Yeah. So at this time, I'd now got back in with my old connects. I'm living, I'm barely spending time at home. Ashley's still in the Catskills, and I'm making runs down to like White Plains to pick up stuff. And I'm like, just take the fucking bike. Now, I'm smashed. By the grace of God, I didn't get killed on that bike because I would go into the heart of White Plains and I'd be like at a stoplight and I'd already picked up and I'd like nod and the fucking bike would fall over. And then people would have to get out because I was this little 130-pound dude trying to lift a freaking heavy bike. They'd have to get out of their car so I could get through the stop sign and help me pick the bike up. So this one day I come home sloshed. It's like 11 o'clock on a Sunday and I'm fucking wasted on the motorcycle. My mom sees me pull in their gravel driveway, and halfway down the driveway, the bike just, tips over. I'm good. Pick it right back up. I think I actually just left it. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. And I left it tipped over, and I went inside. I probably started a fight, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. I didn't have an apartment up in the Catskills. I had a girlfriend up in the Catskills. I was like, I'm out of here. I don't need this shit. I don't need this from you. I got all my own place. I fucking grabbed the keys to my car because I'm not picking that bike back up again. And I got Cooper get in the car.
Poor Cooper.
Hey, poor Cooper is right. Old one eye. And I get in the car, and she's like, she regretted it for a long time that she never took the keys from me. But it was like, you're not keeping that from an alcoholic. I'll fucking hotwire the car and figure it out. So I get in the car with Cooper, plastered, 11 o'clock in the morning, and I start driving north. I'm going back to the Catskills. Fuck all this shit. This was a bad idea.
You got a package with you?
Yeah. I got a fucking bottle in the side of the car, and because at this point I probably only could afford to drink. And I'm on my way back up. I made it probably like 20 minutes of that ride. I realized, I think to this day, I had left my vape at home. And I'm looking, and I'm driving this all-wheel drive Subaru station wagon, and I'm looking over here for the vape, while I'm doing 75 on Interstate 87. And I just slip a little I pull the wheel with me, and all four wheels grip, and the car just goes, and I black out. That was it.
Fucking Cooper,
And
dude.
Cooper's in the car, man, and so,
That dog can talk, dude.
oh my God, thank God he can't. I got out of that. So I remember waking up. The car is upside down on the shoulder of the highway, and I'm looking out the window upside down, and there's Cooper just sitting on the side of the thruway. Cars flying by. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Then I crawl out the windshield. Pedestrian stop, and what happened? I was like a fucking deer, man. They're like, okay,
Them damn whitetails.
Yeah, the police show up, everybody shows up, fire department, and that was the third DWI I got, and Ashley had to come, and you would think that was like my warning sign, like bracing with death. And here we were talking about this, minimizing this shit. I minimized this shit for so long, And my mom took that with her for a long time. Like, I should have gotten the keys, and I'd like to say to her now, there's no, this would have happened. It was inevitable.
Not that day, another day.
A path that I had to travel, unfortunately.
You can't deny someone their bottom.
Yeah, that's for
Prevent
sure.
Your bottom
for sure.
You're like a good alcoholic. You're gonna find another one.
Yeah. And you know what? That's I saw the good in people. I wasn't ready to see it, but I reflect on it now and I see the good in people because like the people that pulled over and stopped, the fire department took my dog, made sure Ashley was able to come down and get the dog and all this stuff, man. And that was my third DWI. I didn't spend a night in jail. I spent the night in the hospital with a neck brace on. But, you know, and that cop, you know, he was very kind to my wife and very helpful with all this stuff. And you know what? This is how sick I was. Driving home from the hospital, I got stuff in the car. We got to get out. Stop by the impound lot. Bro, that bottle wasn't even shattered.
Come on.
Out, back to it, you know, like right back to it. But it was probably about 3 years later is when I finally gave up the
About 3 years later.
yeah, about 3 years later. I was like, all right.
I was expecting a week or 3 months. About 3 years later.
3 years later, hey, I got a thick head, Matt. You know, this takes a beating.
You are a truly blessed man, my man.
Yeah, I am.
With the amount of cars you
truly
flipped.
blessed.
You're
Only
a fucking
one.
car
Only
flipper.
one flip.
No.
Yeah.
What about the other one with
Yeah,
the
the BMW.
fucking cars?
Yeah, it never went over.
Oh.
That was, you know, preparatory. Preparatory.
So next week's guest is Cooper, John's dog. We got to hear from this
That
motherfucker.
poor bastard.